Hey friends, welcome to a new video. In today's video we got a special surprise. I am going to be comparing and reviewing two new printers from our friends at MUNBYN. We're gonna try them out in like a fun user scenario, which is I'm reopening my shop before the end of the year. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Evie. I am a wildlife artist and I run my own small business. My shop has been closed for a while. I am finally reopening. I'm very excited, but it's gonna be different than it was before. Which brings us to this video. I'd like to pack some bundles of products that don't belong in my store anymore individually because my style has changed. I think there's enough of them to make some mystery bundles, and I've designed some cute labels that we're gonna be printing with the MUNBYN printers, see which one does a better job or if they both do the same job, and just take it from there. Which brings us to the supplies, because I have two loads of supplies today. One load that MUNBYN sent me as part of the gifted collaboration, and the other load of supplies is just labels that I purchased with my own money because I use them for my small business. I need them and so I bought them. They also have sales on now. It's the season. It's a good time to go shopping. Let's have a look at the printers. First thoughts is that the 405B has a white charger. You know, I love a light colored cable because it camouflages with my walls a lot better, and that's nice. The 403B has a black cable. Not a big deal, you can hide it, or maybe you don't even care, or maybe you have dark walls. The 403B has a nice matte color, it's gray. I like it. The 405B has a very shiny silver surface to it. It looks very pretty in its own right. It doesn't quite match my aesthetic. In terms of the colors, I currently prefer the 403B. Having said that, I prefer the cable color of the 405B. Where is this gonna go? Who knows? It's riveting. All right, friends, so here we have the new printers. This is the 403B, and this one is almost, it's not quite half the price, but it's about 2/3 of the price of this one, the 405B. Now I had a look at the website, so full price retail in UK pricing is, there might be a .90 at the end, so it might be, yeah, let's say 140, 180. But of course, there are lots of sales this season, so those numbers can change. The most predominant difference between these two printers is that the higher priced one has a changeable or swappable ink ribbon, and the higher priced one has the ability to do 2-color printing on specialist paper. And the specialist paper is not super expensive in comparison, because I did look that up. I was like, wait a minute. But no, it's fine. Those are the two main differences between them. The MUNBYN app has over 2,000 templates for you to choose from. But let's just get started. I want to get straight to printing the shiny things, but I feel like we should test with a shipping label first, just to see the quality and get a sense of the settings that we want to use. We'll get to the shiny labels in like 30 seconds. Let's just do this first. Quick and easy. I've got this shipping label on my phone. Those symbols are just me covering up my address and things. That we're gonna do the 405 first, because that's the one I happen to be connected to. Settings, I have it as speed 4 and density 8. We're just gonna go with that and see how it does. Ooh. Okay, first one. And do we want to go 16? I'm not sure if it's needed for this one. Let's see. Ooh, pretty though. Okay, let me show you what they turned out as. These are the 405 ones, and I have to say the 405, I had to increase the density a lot. This shape here is supposed to be entirely black, but it does have some white gaps, if you can see. That was a setting for 8 in density. And then we increased the density, which just means you use a bit more ink and like the lines go together more. This one was 12 and no difference. So we increased it to all the way to 16. And finally, a very, very, very nice print. I like that. But yeah, you have to go all the way to 16 in density for the 405. In terms of the barcode, the 8 in density did not do a good job, but the 12 in density did do a good job. So you wouldn't have to go all the way to 16 for an address and a barcode. And then we look at the 403B, which honestly did a really good job on just 8 in density. There's still a little bit of speckles. So I printed it again on 12. And it looks beautiful. There's like one big speckle there, and that is about it. That could have been a piece of dust that just got stuck. Who knows? I wasn't sure if there was even a point, but I did 16 in density, and the print is perfect. There is no issue whatsoever with it. All of the other ones, like the barcodes on all the settings for the 403B, turned out perfect. So you would not need to change anything from the default settings to do a shipping label on the 403B. At least what I'm seeing, that's the case. Now let's do the fun stuff. We've tested the labels, and I will say 403B is the winner here by far. Both are good quality, don't get me wrong, but 403B, much better quality than the 405. My favorite part, the shiny labels. So I designed a whole bunch of different labels for my mystery bags. I drew these in Procreate, and then I just airdrop them to my phone. I ended up doing 2 different versions because I'm not sure if I want to print with this negative space, so have black, and then the white will be the holographic label effect that we're going to be using, or if we want to do mostly holographic effect and no kind of black on the negative space, or if we want to meet in the middle and have a little bit of crosshatch shading. I don't know. So we're going to do a test. We're going to print all 3 on both printers to see which one looks better in the end. In terms of swapping the label rolls, it couldn't be easier. Honestly, I'll show you. I'll show you right now. If you've used MUNBYN printers before, the 405 one has a slightly different loading thing. So you don't have to click a button to open it up. You literally just adjust these little pieces and you stick it in. Do it. Go in. Oh, it thought it was loaded. My bad. It was already loaded. Load it again. Gonna fly away. Go a million miles. Take a holiday. I can hide a while, and where the crowds are gone, I'll hear the siren song, saying here, a life like this, you can do no wrong. In the one corner, we have the 405B, and in the other corner, we have the 403B. If we take a look at the very first image we printed, I think that just came out absolutely beautiful. I was just showing you the difference in the stickers, and I'll be so honest, I prefer the look of these ones. I think they're really beautiful, and both printers did a really good job with them. However, I don't know if you can see in the edges, but it doesn't print the black all the way into the edges. I just did a test print as well. It's the same for both printers, and that seems to be a software issue rather than a hardware issue. So what I might actually do is report that to MUNBYN as a bit of a bug, because it would be really nice to be able to print all the way to the edges. I think I'm still going to go with this design. I don't mind that much, but if I was doing this as a new product launch, then I would mind that, and I would probably go with one of these other ones instead. I can't personally tell the difference between these two. You got the 403 on the right and the 405 on the left, and same with these ones. I think these ones look absolutely beautiful. I'm still gonna go with these ones in this style. I love it. Now that we've done the comparison, I'm going to allocate a color to each printer. So we'll continue with the blue for both of them, but then pink labels on the 405 and green labels on the 403. I'm so excited for these boxes. I think they're gonna be so cute when they're finished.
I kinda love this right now. I really feel I am flying, releasing my troubles. And although you're so far, I really feel we're entwined. We'll wait till it's right for us to be looking at the stars from my balcony, future will bring. Oh, we'll have made it so far. Looking at each other and knowing how we've been through a lifetime. Here we are now. Oh, we made it this far. You'll do what you need. I'll sing me a song. We'll meet when we meet. Touch base and walk on. I'm kinda choked up right now. I really feel you can hear me and get this wherever you are. As you breathe in the space, as I breathe in the city, we'll know when it's right for us to be looking at the stars from my balcony, wondering about what the future will bring. Oh, we'll have made it so far.
Change of plans, guys. I just tried printing on the 405B. It did a really good job with the sharks that it printed, but look what happens. This is the same range of paper or range of labels, but it's pink instead of blue. It's scraping the ink. I can even scrape it off with my fingernails. That is not impressive for a thermal printer. I did try to lower the density of the prints to see if maybe it's just that I had the ink on too high density, but the thing is, it wasn't printing a nice print on a lower density, so you kind of have to. 405B, it's a perfectly fine thermal label printer if you want to do shipping labels, but if you want to do decorative labels like this, 403 is doing amazing. 405, I'm not impressed so far. Having said that, there is one last section of this video where it might just redeem itself. Let's have a look at that. But first, I'm gonna swap over to the 403B again, and we're gonna print the rest of the pink labels because it did a beautiful job. Ooh, pretty. So I accidentally printed on the 405 again, and because I had installed the dual color paper, it came out like this, and I actually think that's gorgeous. Look at that. Because it's both red and black and not like separate, I thought I had an ink bleed, and that's why my printer wasn't printing well. So I cleaned it and I did a second print, but it came out the same. And how pretty is that? This was without switching on dual color in the MUNBYN app, because you choose whether you want to switch it on or off. So this is with it off, and it just prints this beautiful gradient that you don't have full control over, but I'm loving it. And then I switched it on, so you choose the color per image. I set it to black. I don't know if you can see, but there's still a bit of red along the edges, and again, I'm loving that. This is a specialist paper specifically for printing red and black. And then I tried this other one and I set it to black, but can you see that it still printed some red details? Really pretty. I love it. Say, for example, if you sell in public and you want to host a sale, putting a color onto your discounted price or your percentage off can really make the price tag pop. So I did an example here. MUNBYN has templates for you as well, so you don't have to build your own, but this was just one that I did. And I think that 50% off really pops. I turned down the density again because I wanted to see it on a low print. So this is with the density on 2, which is very light. Next up, I did the density at 8, and it did a little bit better. But it wasn't until I put it back to 16 that I really got a lot of color. You do need to put the density quite high to get a decent print, which isn't an issue. So the density was at 16, and I also put the speed all the way down to 1, which is still quite fast. It's not like you have to stand around and wait. It does it instantly, so it's fine. I realize this looks like I'm having a light bulb moment. And there we are. We designed the packaging for my clearance boxes. I'm really proud of them. I think they turned out nice. What do you think? Let me know in the comments which one you would pick first. The shark, the fish, the newts, the reptile, the birds, the frogs. In this video, we looked at two different MUNBYN printers, the 403B, which is on the lower price range side, and the 405B, which is on the higher price range side. For my recommendations, would I recommend the 403B, the lower price printer? Yes, 100%. It's beautiful, it's compact, it's gorgeous. The 405B with the shinier complexion and slightly higher price tag, the benefits that that printer brings is that you can swap the ribbon out if you run out of ink. That is a big plus. And then another big plus, of course, is the ability to print in dual color. And I do feel like that feature specifically will be really good for people who have maybe like brick and mortar retail stores. You can very easily put the discount percentage in a big red number or big blue number and just make that pop. So I was impressed with that. I think that's a neat feature that I haven't really seen in other thermal printers. 405B, I'm gonna be honest, it's not my kind of printer. I love MUNBYN as a company. I love the 403B. I think it's such a cutie and it's such a champ. I mean, it did such a good job. And I don't know about you, but like I was feeling kind of proud of the 403B. It was just knocking its big brother out of the water. It's like a David and Goliath kind of thing. Whenever I take on gifted collaborations, I always make a point about, I'm gonna be honest in my opinions. I'm not gonna sell my soul for a gifted collaboration. I always say with MUNBYN printers though, like go for the color that you like. They're all really good. And even though I'm saying, the 405B wasn't as good as the 403B for the type of things that I'm doing, it's still a good printer. Like for me, it was free, it was gifted. That's great. I love it. It's a great printer. But would I recommend anyone spending £180 on it? No, I would not, because there are better options on the MUNBYN website at lower prices. And for anyone who's in my kind of Illustrator area, you're better off getting those, I think. Having said that, if you're sitting there thinking, oh, Evie, you're being a little bit picky, and actually I really like the dual color features and the replaceable ribbon because I get like a lot of orders and it's irritating when that happens. That's great. 405B is for you. And it is a good printer. It's just not, in my opinion, as good as the 403B. And that is my conclusion for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful to you. I know that I talked about the labels not being able to cover the entire label. I'm gonna send in a bug report about that. They can fix it because that feels like a software thing. There's the ink ribbon itself on the printer is plenty big for printing onto the label like that, because keep in mind, it's printing on a 4x6 label. So there's no reason why it shouldn't be able to print on that 2-inch label. In terms of the mystery bags, I'm so proud of them, if I'm being perfectly honest. I mean, I'm trying to say nicer things and kind of giving myself credit on occasion because I'm not the best at doing that, and I don't necessarily want to be the best at doing that, but I want to try and give myself credit when I do make something nice that I like. And I actually think that the mystery bags turned out really, really pretty and really aesthetic. I feel like they align with my brand, and it was fun to be able to finally make packaging and branding that I'm truly proud of. For the wraps, by the way, the paper pattern things that I made, I just used my inkjet printer in draft and I printed on thin cartridge paper. Now, let's talk Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because if you do want to buy a thermal printer from MUNBYN, they do have really good sales at the end of the year, I find. I myself bought some stuff from their end of year sale or their pre-Black Friday sale. I got their pink postal scale that I'm always raving about. I got the pink one. Of course I did. It's beautiful. It is such a good scale. So if you are picking up anything from MUNBYN, I also recommend that. If you have any comments, feedback, concerns, let me know in the comments. I am always happy to hear from you. I'm approachable. Thank you so much to MUNBYN for gifting me these two printers and for allowing me to play around with them and compare the two. I think that is such a powerful thing for a brand to do. That's one of the reasons why they are a company that I really like working with, because I feel very safe in being able to tell them, oh, I wasn't a fan of this one, or oh, I really like this, but I didn't like this. In terms of the packaging that we designed today, we will be packing a lot more mystery bags and bundles in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. See you soon, friends. Bye.